I wanted to share with you guys how I do a little bit more of a full coverage makeup tutorial. Usually when you guys see my videos, I'm just doing something quick and light. I typically just use my BB cream by Kiss, but for the occasion I wanted to ensure that everything was right and tight in all the right areas. So I wanted to share with you guys how I achieve my full coverage makeup tutorial. As you can see, I'm starting out with a bare face. All I've done to my face thus far is cleanse and moisturize and prime. So I will be going into a full tutorial for you guys. If you are interested in watching this video, before you get started, like this video and keep watching. Today I'm going to be using two products on my skin for foundation. I'm using my Lancome Tint Idol foundation. With that, I'm also using my Gleam by Melanie Mills Body Radiance, and I'm using the color Light Gold. So I'm just going to mix it up and apply it to my face. I'm just going to use my Sonia Kashuk buffing brush to blend out this foundation. On the areas that have some hyperpigmentation, I'm just going to dab it as opposed to, you know, blending it around. So I'm just stippling on those areas. For whatever reason, I have like outbreak around my nose. I never get that, and I was like, okay, really, skin? Like, what's good? But whatevs. For my concealer, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is my tried and true, and when I've learned that when it's like a special occasion, you don't want to switch it up and try nothing new because you don't know how it's gonna, you know, work out. So I'm using the color Pure Beige, and I'm kind of gonna go a little heavy-handed with this. This is a nice, this concealer is easily full coverage if you want it to be, because it's very, very buildable. And then if you have a hard time getting it out, I took the little cap off of it, so you can see it's just long hairs on here now. I took the protective cap off because it was, I guess it was like getting stuck in there and making it hard. That's the one thing I hate about these concealers. I guess the only thing I hate about them is that they're hard to get out sometimes. And then on top of this, because I'm going out, it's a special occasion, I'm going to use a little bit of my MAC Prep and Prime highlighting pen, and this is in the color Light Boost. I'm just going to add a little bit to the inner corner to just brighten up the innermost part of my eyes. And a little bit down the bridge of my nose. On my forehead. Some people highlight with just this, which is cool, but I like to add it to my concealer. So now I'm starting to look crazy. So I'm going to take my handy dandy dome pointed brush to blend it out. And for this part, you just want to tap or stipple it on your face, because if you pull it, not only will it remove product, but if you pull it in the wrong angle, it will actually make it look like you have bags under your eyes. So you just kind of want to tap it to just lightly blend it into the skin. Now we're definitely going to set this, so you don't have to worry much about, you know, creasing, because it'll be nicely covered to ensure longevity. Like so. So now for cream concealer, I'm going to be using my Graftobian palette. This is my tried and true palette that never lets me down. As you can see, it is worn out, baby. Like, most of these colors need to be replaced. But for my contour, I'm going to be using Caramel and Pecan. So for my nose, I particularly just like to use Caramel. I'm also going to take caramel and pecan, like I said, and contour the hollows of my face. And then for my third chin, I'm going to use Midnight Marigold, which is the darkest color in the palette. And I'm basically creating a new chin. A new jawline and a new chin. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going a little bit heavy so you can see it on camera because my lights are super bright. And then I'm going to take a little bit and apply it right below my chin and right under my lip. Just to create a shadow so your face looks a little bit smaller. So now I got all this contour going on here. I'm going to take a clean wedge sponge and I'm going to blend it out. If you use cream products for highlight and contour, I always say do the highlight first. Like blend your highlight first, then put your contour on top of it, because you can really help it to blend together easier. If you do contour and try to put light on top of it, it kind of looks like there are lines of demarcation that will occur. This is also what I tend to do in the fall and winter months because my skin tends to get a little bit more dry. And so I use more products. I use cream products just because they add a little bit of added moisture. Just tapping it and applying a little bit of pressure. And make sure you blend it into your hairline so it looks natural. If you're interested in like a in-depth kind of cream conceal, highlight, and contour kind of video, let me know and I'll try my best to get one out for you guys. You don't want your contour to come all the way into your mouth. So if you did accidentally like drag it in too far, just use your wedge and kind of blend it out. The great thing about creams is they're easily blendable. So if you need to like correct a mistake, you can. And then for the neck, along my jawline, I'm pulling it down to create a real shadow around my mouth. Around my jaw. Now I'm just going to go back to my Pro Conceal and I'm going to add a little bit of highlight beneath my contour here. And I'm also going to touch up under my eyes. So now you see I have a real contour on my jaw. See? Blend, blend, blend. Don't forget to blend. And once you finish blending, go back and blend a little bit more because there's probably something you left out. To set everything, I'm going to use a lot of powder. So from here going forward, I'm using powders. The first powder I'm using is my MAC Prep and Prime Pressed Translucent Powder. And I'm just going to lightly dust this all over my face. Now, if you're more of a normal to dry skin person, this could be all you use. You don't have to do a whole lot of setting. But because my skin tends to be a little bit more on the oily side, I'm going to use this in conjunction with a couple of other powders as well. So just a little bit of that. And then on top of that, for my under eyes, I'm going to use my Sasha Cosmetics Buttercup powder. And I'm going to use it for under my eyes. And as you can see, all those blemishes that I had, you know, before I started applying everything are gone. Like, I can't see anything anymore. For the most part, my skin is like even and 3D. Skin complexion's even. And it looks good to me. So I'm going to take my MAC Medium Deep Mineralized Skin Finish and a large fluffy brush, and I'm going to dust off the powder that's already on my face. So when I say I use a lot of powder, I use a lot of powder, but it works for me because it helps to like maintain the longevity of my whole look. So I'm just dusting it off, and basically I like to use this powder to kind of blend everything together and allow everything to kind of settle together. I love MAC Mineralized Skin Finish anyway, and I'm in the color Medium Deep. And then sometimes under my eyes the powder like sets really good, so I'm using this small Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm just going to dust it away. Completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Till next time, love ya. Peace.